You're sitting on your apartment balcony, enjoying a morning coffee, and you snap a quick photo to share online. You hit upload, and the interaction feels completely harmless. Inside the raw code of that image file is a payload of EXIF data. EXIF stands for Exchangeable Image File Format, a standard that automatically embeds hidden tags and device information into the pictures taken by digital cameras and smartphones. This terminal readout highlights the specific metadata coordinates, latitude, longitude, and altitude, that your camera automatically records with every exposure. Threat actors extract those coordinates and plug them into open-source mapping tools to execute a direct satellite zoom right down to your specific rooftop. This continuous, invisible trail of location data, hardware models, and time-stamped routines forms your digital footprint. A digital footprint is the comprehensive record of all traceable activities, communications, and data a user leaves behind on the internet. Much of this footprint consists of personally identifiable information, or PII. PII is any data that can be used to identify a specific individual, like your name or your address or physical coordinates. Once uploaded to third-party servers, this data remains accessible indefinitely. Every digital action broadcasts your physical reality to anyone who knows how to read the hidden code. Attackers rarely need to write complex malware to break into secure networks when people leave their doors wide open. They rely on open-source intelligence, or OSINT. OSINT is the practice of gathering and analyzing publicly available data to collect actionable intelligence about a target. One of the most common OSINT techniques is Google Dorking. By typing highly specific search operators into a standard browser, an attacker bypasses normal web indexing to reveal hidden directories, password logs, and private company files that were accidentally configured to be public. When targeting hardware, attackers use a specialized search engine called Shodan. Shodan constantly scans the internet to index unsecured devices, allowing anyone to search for exposed servers and webcams instead of websites. These vulnerable devices make up the Internet of Things, or IoT. The Internet of Things is the vast network of physical objects embedded with sensors and software that connect and exchange data over the internet, like smart thermostats and baby monitors. This map shows exactly what Shodan sees in a typical urban area. In seconds, hundreds of unprotected cameras and routers appear as active, accessible targets. The demand to connect every household appliance to the internet has expanded our attack surface, turning everyday items into active surveillance nodes. Your exposure extends beyond personal hardware and into massive corporate databases managed by data brokers. Data brokers are companies that collect personal information from various public and private sources to sell to third parties. They legally scrape public property records, voter registration logs, and online purchase histories to assemble detailed human profiles. To make sense of all this scattered information, attackers repurpose professional investigative software like Maltego. Maltego is a data mining tool that renders complex information into visual relationship graphs, showing exactly how different pieces of data intersect. An attacker begins by inputting a single starting node, like an old email address. The software automatically crawls through data broker databases and public records, instantly connecting that single username to dozens of other data points. In seconds, that initial node branches out to reveal linked email addresses, passwords exposed in previous breaches, and physical home addresses. When OSINT tools bridge these fragments, a single reused username can lead directly to a target's private emails, past passwords, and physical home address. To reclaim your privacy, you have to start thinking like an attacker and practice operational security. Operational security, or OPSEC, is a risk management process encouraging individuals to view their own actions from an adversary's perspective to protect sensitive information. Your first line of defense is manual intervention. Before uploading any media, use your device's built-in tools to strip the EXIF data and permanently disable precise location tracking for your camera apps. As this document shows, you have powerful legal tools like the GDPR. This EU regulation imposes strict data handling guidelines, giving individuals the right to demand companies delete their personal information, even outside the EU. For high-risk targets, standard privacy settings aren't enough. You need to implement advanced compartmentalization, keeping different areas of your digital life entirely separate so automated scraping tools hit a dead end. This diagram illustrates how you can shield your primary inbox using temporary alias email addresses. These aliases generate unique, disposable forwarding addresses for every service you use, masking your true identity and preventing cross-platform tracking. You can further secure these accounts by linking your two-factor authentication text to a burner VoIP number, blocking simulated attacks from compromising your cell carrier through a SIM swap. A SIM swap is an attack where a hacker convinces your mobile carrier to transfer your phone number to a new SIM card they control. True privacy requires dividing your identity into isolated fragments, ensuring that one breached account never compromises the others. The internet never forgets, but through disciplined operational security, you have the power to dictate exactly what it is allowed to remember. Subscribe to the channel to continue mastering your digital defenses and stay ahead of evolving threats. Because sometimes, at the end of the day, your absolute strongest defense against these invisible digital threats comes down to simply closing the laptop. Maintaining a minimal digital footprint is a deliberate, ongoing process of adjusting how you interact with the networks around you.